the amount of force or speed differentiate, and the speed of running differentiate, the walking, jogging, running and sprinting. But the structure decides function and function decides structure. So in this case, the injury possibilities are when there is more force. The second one is the technique. Even if you are not applying much amount of force, maybe slow jogging with poor mechanics may lead to injury. And the muscles which are not balanced. Shall we go to the next slide? So in the real time, what we measure is the ground reaction force, because the whole body in contact with the ground, and the force is acting in three directions, that is X, Y, Z. So normally the strength and conditioning population and coaches, they observe only the reaction force, that is Z force. But the most ignored part is, that is X, mediolateral force, because as doctor said, the foot is going from supination to pronation, from heel strike to forefoot contact during walking. In the case of midfoot or forefoot contact, so there is a supination to pronation movement happens. So the mediolateral force is, right, the assessment of mediolateral force is essential. Apart from this, in the case of running, the athletes apply not only the vertical force, also the anterior-posterior force. So anterior-posterior force is 1/3 of the force what the athletes apply with regard to vertical. Next, please. So we use force plates to measure. So this is a graph which says this normal running pattern. This is the graph, and you can see the amount of force applied here. It is when you are going for normal running, it is 3 times the body weight, right? That is occurring in your joints, is the reaction force. Next, please. So when you are contacting with the ground, that is impact peak. The impact peak should be lesser than the active peak. So impact peak is nothing but the moment you contact the ground first during running. So during propulsion, the force must be, right, higher. So by seeing this graph, we can video of our lab, because Tamil Nadu Sports University is is blessed with South Asia's biggest sports biomechanics lab. You can just see this for your the support of sports science.
Today we are in this beautiful facility of Tamil Nadu Physical Education and Sports University, where Qualisys in collaboration with government had set up this state-of-the-art biomechanics lab.
This laboratory was conceived in 2015. After a long journey, we got the grant from Tamil Nadu Planning Commission, and we established this South Asia's biggest sports biomechanics laboratory with an area of 21,000 square feet. And this lab serves with triad model: academics, research and consultancy and support services to the athletes and for the different sports fraternity.
This is first of its kind facility in India for research and evaluation of sports biomechanics in cricket, hockey, tennis and many other sports.
Tennis, we have an exclusive setup where we measure the tennis service in each phase, like ball toss, racket acceleration and ball contact and follow through, and give inputs to the coaches as well as the athletes.
My first introduction to this lab was during my masters, as I was involved in the floor plan design as well as the 3D modeling of this lab. My research area focuses on muscle tendon profiling, impact of female athletic triad among young athletes, and assessment for strength and conditioning. I have found the system to be more user friendly because of its seamless integration, and especially the functional assessment module. It helped me to assess a lot of people in a short period of time.
Qualisys provides a portable solution for both indoor and outdoor applications, giving a high level of accuracy and precision.
So with this motion capture system, we kinematically assess the athletes by incorporating all the key performance indicators, which will give an insight to the coaches and athletes for the enhancement of the performance with remedial measures.
We have an externally biomechanics setup for boxing to quantify the key performance indicator using Qualisys and 3D mocap integrated with the Kistler force plate and Delzis EMG. The Qualisys system helps me to quantify the punch velocity, and force plate reveals punch force and down reaction force of the feet. Further, it helped me to correct my techniques in different types of punches and then improve my overall boxing performance.
Whenever we encounter any issues, it is easily addressed by the team. That's why we feel very comfortable in using Qualisys. The vision of the lab is to produce more sports science professionals with skills and educating the coaches with regard to the usage of the sports biomechanics, and finally to produce medal winners in 2028 and 2032 Olympics and ahead.